trees dropping some stuff on the car. And this is what I'm going to do today. I am going to replace those stabilizer links and that stabilizer bar. Well, my first impression, since I'm taking the bar off and the links, was to just remove the links and from the mounts here and the bar and just take the whole assembly off at once. And I'm not going to do that, I don't think. What I'm going to try and do is, unless I have to, I'm going to try and just take the bar off first, replace the bushings in the bar, then go back and then do the links on each side. The socket for all of these, the mounts and the links, are it's an 18 millimeter, and the bolts here are at 49 foot-pounds. That would be a bolt up there, and then the nuts down here are at 70 foot-pounds. So we'll see how that works out, and if it don't work out, well, you'll see what happens. I did not need a breaker bar. Okay, if this bolt wants to spin on you, it's a 15 on the back side. I don't want to take the bolt out, I just want the nut. I just love it when a wrench holds itself like that. The star bit is a 1-40. I'm using a Craftsman 18 millimeter pass-through socket wrench socket on that. You could use just a regular old flat 18 millimeter on the nut, and if you got really angry with it, you could take a pair of vice grips and grab in the side of that and just hold it with that. So there's lots of different ways to get this nut off. If I didn't say it before, I do have the vehicle raised. Now for the other side. Okay, moving over to this side, I'm going to attempt to take this one off, starting with the linkage. Okay, that nut's loose, off. Now, and the others, they come off there. Okay, got it loose. Yeah, get that clamp off there first, makes it a lot easier. And take that bushing off of there. Don't look bad at all, does it? You can see where it was rubbing. see some of the rust that's gotten down in there. Let's see. Okay, I'll be using some silicone paste. I'll try and leave a link at the bottom of the description for this. Okay. Now, push that on there like that. I took a little wire brush to this already. Alright, got it started. There we go. And slide it up over here. There we go. Well, when you hit that, it sure makes it slippery. And the bracket. Very good. Okay, time to put it back on the bed. I don't know if leaving the links in like that to remove this bar saved me any time or not, but it sure helped when I went to put the bar back. It kind of helps hold it up and also positions it just about where it was, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and put these nuts and bolts back in on both sides and put them down to torque, and then I'm going to move on to the links. The nuts are 70 foot-pounds. Now you can follow these torque specifications if you want to, or you can go by feel, the way you took it off, whatever you want to do. But I'm just going by what the shop manual said, and if it's wrong, I'm going to be wrong on this. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, 70 there, and the other ones were 49. Okay, that's got that one. On to the other side now. Okay, 70 foot-pounds it is. Okay, now the torsion bar bushings are in, and it is time to move on over to these guys right here. You know, I keep calling this a torsion bar. I've called it so many things all my life. GM refers to it as a stabilizer bar, and these are stabilizer links, and that's what we're going to do next. Chrysler, I think, called it a torsion bar. I'm not sure, but each manufacturer seems to have their own name for this. Well, I'm kind of shooting in a windstorm here, but I decided to use these greasable links instead of the sealed ones that I used on the front in the previous video. And so I think what I'll do is go ahead and grease these while they're out of the car. Maybe a little easier this way. And all I want to do is, I wanted to see a little bulge, and yeah, okay, I'm seeing a bulge in the back side here of this grease fitting. And eventually when they wear, when you put grease in them, you'll see the grease pump out. Okay, there's a little bulge there. That's one. All right, these are greased. Time to go put them back in the car. That one does not look very good. Excuse me, to recap, I got the stabilizer bar loose on both sides. I was able to position the stabilizer link in place on this side. Okay, nut is off. And you can see that this one's pretty well gone as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these up on both sides, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to tighten the stabilizer bar bolts down to torque, and then I'm going to come back and tighten these nuts down to their proper torque. Okay, I'm going to do both tops at 49 foot-pounds. Both top bolts. There's one. There's two. Bottom nuts are 70 foot-pounds. There's one. There's two. Okay, these stabilizer link nuts are on at 53 foot-pounds. There's one. Grab my smaller torque wrench because the larger one was hitting the ground. Okay, this bottom one on the driver's side needs to be held. So, this job looks complete. The links are all tightened to torque. The sway bar, torsion bar, whatever you want to call it, is down to torque. And I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. You really help me out when you do. And until the next video, this is Cars, Trucks, and Detours, aka Steve AZ711, saying bye for now. Also, I got a Volkswagen Beetle diesel I purchased, and it'll be coming in soon, and I'll be working on it. Never owned a diesel before, so it should be a real learning experience. I'll show you guys that. So make sure you subscribe, and see you on the next video.